guys, so today I am here to try out one of the latest crazy makeup techniques out there. You know, we've seen so many trends and techniques come and go. We've seen the booby blender, the Stila sponge. We have seen contouring your nose with a fork. I've seen this crazy technique go around where people really powder their faces and then dunk their face into a bowl of water, come out, let it air dry, and apparently that gives them the most natural finish. But every time I see the video, I'm like, that doesn't look good at all. So we've seen it all. We have seen so many crazy techniques, crazy trends, crazy products, and I am here today to talk about a new one. I was going through my Instagram and I saw this post by Bod Mon Zaid, and just watch. Oh yeah, baby. She is doing her eyeliner using a thread. She is mapping out her lines using thread and then filling in the rest with a brush or a pencil or an eyeliner, whatever. She says, I saw this little trick on BuzzFeed's Snapchat the other week. I feel like tape would do a better job because you're able to make the angles of the wings the same, but I guess it's still cool. Okay, so I'm already up for failure. You know, and at first my judgy side came out and I was like, who's got the time? Who's got the time? But then I figured, you know what? This can be a great help to people starting off with liner. You can give yourself a nice guidance. But you know what? I am just here today to try this technique out. So without any further ado, today we're gonna do our eyeliner using thread and we're gonna see if it's worth it, if it works, if it's extra, if it's unnecessary, if it's super unnecessary. Let's just try it out. Oh my God, so up close and personal. Hello. All right, so we went to Rick's grandma. Of course, when you need thread, you go to someone's grandma. And she gave me two types of thread. This one is a very, very thin, silky one. My mind is telling me this is a little bit too thin, but you never know. And then I have this thicker one, but this is also a little bit more hairy. What should I go for? Silk and thin or thicker and more hairy? That's the question. I'm gonna go for the thinner one because then if it completely fails, you know, there's always a way out. So I got the thread right here and I guess we're just gonna cut a little piece off, snip. Then what they did was paint liquid liner on the thread and then take the thread and kind of stamp the liner onto your eyes. Okay, so I'm already kind of running into problem number one. I personally always do my makeup using this handheld mirror. But how can you stamp with one hand and then still, okay, we're busting out the big mirror. So, oh my God, I'm starting to get nervous. Let me just see if this actually works. If you go, oh my God, this is hard. Wait, what? Oh my God. Oh shit. I thought this was gonna be easy. Suddenly I don't want to do this video anymore. All right, I'm gonna grab my thread and then paint it using liquid eyeliner. I'm just gonna clamp it in between my fingers. I'm just gonna paint it. Painting the thread, okay. Okay, here we go. What is that? Let me reposition myself. Ew! That is splotchy, that is thick. It is really hard to find your angle and then to place it on really nicely and just, who at BuzzFeed came up with this? Okay, now the goal is to paint that portion again and create your line going towards your lash line. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put the thread in between my fingers again so I can paint. Oh God. Okay, we're painting again. I painted the thread and then now we go and make our wing. I mean, if you want it for guidance, I mean, sure, I guess, but like, I don't see how this is gonna look the same on the other side. Plus, it's just so splotchy. splotchy. So this painted thread, goodbye. We now have to find a way to fix this. Nailing your liner is practicing till your arm falls off. Nailing liner is never ever giving up. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. And I don't feel like this is helping us out. If we're looking at it, I got my guidance. I know where my wing has to go to. I know where I have to fill it in, but still this side is never gonna look the same as this side. And you know what the best part about this is that once you have that guidance, you still have to go back in with a liner and actually finish the job. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, so this is what it looks like once you have filled in that wing and got rid of all the bumps and little ridges. In the end, it looks good, but it is time consuming and so extra. Okie dokie, I added some lashes and did my other eye, of course, free-handed, not using the thread. Yeah, I think I'm gonna claim this technique as a fail. Unnecessary. And don't get me wrong, I honestly hoped that this would be the technique for people to use when they're first starting out doing their eyeliners or when they're starting to get into the world of makeup and want some guidance, but this thread will not lead the way in your guidance, in your path to better makeup. So yeah guys, that concludes my video. I want to thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. That all is NikkieTutorials. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you so much for watching. I am so glad that I can show you these techniques and put them to the test and let you know if they're worth it and if they work. And I cannot wait for the next one. Part of me is scared that the next one is going to be doing your eyeliner using a straightening iron, contouring using dog food. You know, at this point, nothing shocks me anymore. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one.